Good day, everyone. Sometimes we identify our spiritual journey with only religiously explicit thoughts, prayers, and actions. In other words, if I'm in church, I'm spiritual. Whereas if I'm enjoying a meal with a friend, I'm merely being human. And while in church or at prayer, trying to force mind and heart to dwell on things of the Spirit, I would forever find myself inundated by things which have no place in church. Memories, anxieties, unfinished tasks, and more. The above tensions between the supposed categories of the spiritual and the human really indicate a faulty understanding of Christian spirituality and of the real dynamics of prayer. When creating us, God did not create us to be so rooted in the things of this earth and then demand that we live as if we were not bodily and as if the good things of the earth were mere obstacles to salvation rather than being an integral part of salvation. Jesus' incarnation teaches that we find salvation not by escaping the body and the things of earth, but by entering them deeply and correctly. One spiritual writer said, Jesus affirmed the resurrection of the body, not the flight of the soul. Secondly, as we might experience prayer in its early stages, we find that it is about focus and concentration on conversations with God, and on trying to leave aside for a time the things of this world to communicate with the sacred. That is the early stage of prayer, and also the goal of when we set aside time for some days of retreat. Eventually, as prayer deepens and matures, in the words of John of the Cross, important things happen under the surface, and sitting in church or any place focusing on God is not unlike sitting down with a friend you chat with regularly. If you visit someone or chat with someone on a daily basis, you will not have deeply intense conversations with them every day. Mostly, you will talk about everyday things, family concerns, weather, food, etc. It's the same with our relationship to God. You don't have to agonize about concentrating and keeping the conversation focused on deeply spiritual things. You only have to be there at ease with a friend. Be certain that deep things are happening under the surface. So may each of us grow in our relationship with our God who has first loved us. Have a blessed week.